Hi guys, welcome once again to this video on iPad Smart Keyboard Folio. I'll be talking about some of the features of this keyboard folio. I'm Jets here from Practical Tech. As you guys know, I do not just review for the sake of reviewing it. I don't get sent anything. I'm just reviewing this, focusing on some of the features of this iPad Smart Keyboard Folio based on my experience when I was looking for a keyboard folio or a keyboard case for my iPad Pro 12.9 inch. So today in this review, I'll be focusing on those areas which I found is not very well covered in many other review videos which are available on YouTube and elsewhere on the internet. But of course, they are all done good level, good standard, everything. But some of the points which, from a practical sense, which I was looking for, was missing from those videos. So I'll be covering them. So stay tuned. Also, I'll be talking about one flaw I have identified with the first iPad Smart Keyboard Folio case I had. This is a replacement get sent by Apple. I didn't use the previous one for more than a couple of days. I hope that's an aberration with just one piece which I received. That's not a general issue, but let's see. Stay tuned and we will see. We will find out about it. And by the way, the iPad I'm going to use, you can see, which is sitting on the right hand side here, which is an iPad 12.9 inch iPad Pro 2018 model. It is not the 2020 model. And the Smart Keyboard Folio case is a 2020 model because Apple has stopped selling the 2018 model, or they have stopped the line essentially for iPad Pro for 2018. And as a result, they're not selling the keyboard folio for 2018. And there are some changes with the 2020 model of this keyboard folio as well. So I'll be quickly going through that. As I said, it's not a comprehensive review of every feature of the keyboard folio itself, but I'll be picking up a couple of areas to focus on. Okay, so guys, let's get started. I'll be doing a very quick unboxing of it and we will crack on with that. Let's get started with opening this. It's quite easy, just like any other Apple product. You don't need any knife or any blades to cut it open. So it comes out as easy as that. Let me keep that aside. It's the same way as you would get an iPad Pro itself. It is just a sliding mechanism. I thought it is. Yes, it is. Indeed. And there you have it. It's packed up quite nicely. Again, typical of Apple. And once you open it, you got some guide here. I don't think it will be of much use for me. Keep that aside. And here you go. Here is the Folio Keyboard, Smart Folio Keyboard, and you can see the connectors here at the back. And this is the big difference. You have a wider opening than what is needed for a 2018 iPad Pro. And as they show in the picture here, it's not to be confused with the new Magic Keyboard. It's not going to sit like this as only for the demonstration or the marketing purpose. It just lay flat. And guys, just to give you a bit more background on this, I did not just jump into the Apple product straight away when I was looking for a keyboard for my iPad. I did actually consider cheaper options. Of course, Apple options are expensive, so I considered cheaper options. The first one was a Jellycomb folding keyboard that I tried, and then I went for this, which is Slim Folio Pro from Logitech. And I almost thought I'm probably going to keep this because it's got really good key travel, backlight options, and good protection around the iPad. But unfortunately, it's so heavy. It makes it so bulky that it'll be bulkier than my laptop. Then I decided, after spending so much money on the iPad, I don't want it to be bulkier than a laptop. So I decided not to keep this. So this will be going back. But I have done review for both Logitech as well as Jellycomb, and you can find the links below in the description of this video if you're interested in them. Jellycomb, on the other hand, was quite handy, but at the same time it had some issues with the layout of the keyboard, and again it doesn't give you that full end-to-end practicality of having your iPad in a case and having a keyboard with it. Okay, that's just a bit of background. So coming back to this, I watched a lot of videos, I heard about this, and I was always told it is a dust magnet. And as you guys can see, it's already gathering dust here within the last few minutes of keeping it open here. Fine. Anyway, that's probably something I knew before I bought it. So let me take my iPad out of its existing case, which is a JTech iPad protection case. By the way, it wasn't bad. If anyone is interested in this as well, this is JTech from Amazon. I bought it from Amazon for just over a tenner. Okay. So here is my iPad. As I said, it is a 2018 model, which I actually got from as a refurbished product from Apple itself. And you have got the three connectors here, three connector dots here. Okay, so I think I should be placing it this way. There you go. It just latches on it. Basically, it just connects on it. First things first. What was my issue with the last iPad case? It was around the camera. It was not that it's a big hole, because that's expected with the new case, which is made for the new model. But it was with around this area, as you can see here in this corner around the camera. The previous case I received was leaving a gap here. It wasn't actually sticking, but I can see this one is much better. It's a full tight fit over here. A is almost a tight fit. I can say a hairline gap here, just around here, but I think I won't probably complain about that too much anymore. I don't want to send it back. Actually, when I pressed it, it's actually sticking. I guess because all around the magnet is sticking, then why not this part, this small section here. Previously, it was open all through this way. And that's why I had to send it back to Apple. So it looks good for now. So when I was looking for, when I was researching this keyboard folio case, there were not many reviews which really showed what this means at the back side, where the camera space is bigger in the new iPad Pro. So you can see here, it's almost double the space originally required for this particular camera. But will that be a problem? I personally don't think it will be a problem, because even if you think of this as protection, there is a bit of way in here. Even if it falls off, the chance of this camera breaking is more than getting a scratch in this area, because even with the old model of this case, I think the risk is the same with the camera if it were to fall down like that. Okay, so that is one question answered. And another quick note here is this is a difference between 2018 model of this folio case and 2020 model, or the recent model which I have here, is there is an Apple logo etched in here, right? So now my next question was around the magnetic strength of this case. So it closes and you can actually open it, which is good. What happens when I try to hold it like this? If I right, okay, so it doesn't really it actually falls down. The keyboard part actually drops if you're only holding the top bit when you try to lift it up like this. Okay, it did drop the first two times, maybe it is not. In my previous experiment with the previous one which I received, it actually stick for longer. Well, it is sticking, so there's not much complaint there. But at the end of the day, if you want to open it, you can hold it open. It's got some magnetic strength there, but it will open it up as a keyboard here. So it depends on the speed at which you open it. If you're really quick, it just opens. But if you do it slowly, it just sticks to it. Okay. Now, yeah, it sticks. There are two grooves, so it's got two slots, two angles from which you can view. You hold it like that, it holds up, take it off, disconnect it again, it holds up. Now another test was holding it up like this, and this is a one-handed operation. Sometimes if you're walking or something, you may want to do some typing, which would involve you holding it like this with one palm, and it did works. It doesn't break, it doesn't bend, it works, so which is good. And once again I'll hold it up to see if the keyboard drops. It doesn't. I must say that it's got good strength, but I get a feeling that the one I returned had a bit more magnetic strength than this one. This is still good. It holds up. And if you think about it, I'm really holding at the tip of it, essentially with 3 fingers. If it were not sturdy, it would just break and I'll lose my money, to be honest. Another thing I wanted to show you is, as soon as you lift it up, do you have to really move it? Theoretically, yes, but the way you lift it up, you already have a force taking it backwards that way. I'm really holding it from happening. This is what it happens. So the back magnet is also quite strong, and with that force of you taking it off, it just goes and stick to the back. It comes this way. There you go. You have the iPad, which looks quite good. And the final test is this one. I hope it don't fall down. I have actually read quite a few reviews saying that with a small little force it will come off. Let's see if that is the case. Okay, I need to protect my iPad as well because nobody pays for it other than me. Okay, so it doesn't really come off like that. Yes, you probably will be able to if you apply a lot of force like that, but that's a lot of force, guys. It's not okay. Well, I don't have any measurement for the force I'm applying here, but I can say that it is quite sticking. But if it really falls down from here, it might come off it, but that's not the purpose of this keyboard anyway. It's not a protection cover either. So it holds up this way. It don't come off that way. Well, I'm simulating a fall. Well, it is a control fall still, because again I pay for it, so I don't want it to come off. So okay, so it looks good for me. And finally the Apple pencil, and it's got that slot. It stays there, sticks there, just like if it were not a case as well. So nothing has changed on that front. Nothing, no extra benefits. It's just got the space there. It is true that there is no protection around the corner, but as I said, it's not a protection case. It's actually a keyboard, which happens to have the connection at the back side, the whole back side. It's still not claiming to protect it, I believe. I didn't notice this before. There are some dots here. It looks like it is a vent. It's definitely not for any speaker or anything, because speakers come through here. There are around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's not a mistake, or it's not something that happened in the transit. If you guys can see here, there are 5 dots. I believe these are for air circulation. Okay, that's quite cleverly done. That's good to know that you shouldn't probably block it. Typing on it, I don't think I'll have any problem getting used to this keyboard, because keyboard spacing is quite good. I do touch typing and I don't find any issue with it. And some people complain about the noise it makes. You don't really have to make it. You can actually soft type it and not have the issue at all, which is what I would like to do. Some of the drawbacks of this keyboard is not having a backlight and not having shortcuts. But there are some shortcuts. You can figure out the shortcuts from. It's available on the web. You get a lot of shortcuts using the command key and the options key, cut, copy, paste, etc. Which I think is good. But the one key thing that is missing on this keyboard is a trackpad, which is what Apple offers with the Magic Keyboard, but at a very high price. Now, how did I solve that problem? I solved that with this cute little mouse, which cost me 20 pounds. Guys, this is the best I have ever tried. I'll be giving a separate review of this particular mouse, but as you can see, I got all the features. I can use the mouse here just like Apple is promoting the usage of the trackpad on the Magic Mouse. There's a lot of ways you can configure this. So there are some practical elements to how to configure this, and I'll be doing another review of this, and I'll be posting that. Please subscribe to my channel. When that comes out, you can find the various features of it. One of this being, if I click here, it just locks my iPad. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and it has been useful for you in taking your decision when it comes to purchasing a Smart Folio keyboard for iPad Pro. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for similar review videos which are unbiased and based on some of the practical questions I face actually in using some of these technologies. So thanks once again for watching. Have a great day. Bye.